One thing I wasn't expecting was to learn so much about Indian banking. But I did just the same. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise Up Popcorn with Grant. And today we are playing catch up. We are talking about no ketchup mustard. No, we're talking about the new Indian film in the Telugu language, or taliwood, and that is Sarkaru, Vaari, Paata, which apparently translates into English "government's bid." So what is Sarkaru, Vaari, Paata about, and who made it? Sarkaru, Vaari, Paata is directed by Parasuram. That is the name of the director. And it stars Mahesh Babu, who is badass as can be, as a young man who, when we meet him as a boy, his parents take their own lives to escape basically loan sharks from the various banks in India. He grows up to bitterly enforce the laws of money, knowing that in a very, very catchy song that to admire, to value every penny you have. But his defenses are broken down when he meets and is promptly scammed by Kalavati. She is played by Kirti Suresh. But upon discovering this deception, he, let's just say, things don't necessarily go well between the two of them, which leads him to return from his time as a loan shark in the U.S. back to India, and he tells her father, "I refuse to leave until you pay me back every cent she stole from me." Big businessman that her father is, he refuses, and soon a battle of wits is on. Who will emerge victorious, and will the people finally rise up against the tyrannical banks of India? So, Sarkaru, Vaari, Paata is interesting. It kind of is. This is, to me, sort of a little bit of the down. Now, I don't think this is a bad movie, but I think that it's sort of the downside of the triple R, everything and a kitchen sink that can be in a movie syndrome, because similar to KGF Chapter 2, the things that are really good in it are so, memorably good. Like, the action sequences, the comedy, the genuinely, intricate comedy set pieces. The musical numbers are phenomenal. That Save Every Penny thing is wonderful. But it kind of breaks up into different categories. So the first, 45 minutes of the movie is really high energy, when it's just this guy getting to know this girl who is scamming him, and his heart feels naive. He's a little bit odd toward her, but it's just kind of charming in a sort of off-kilter, surreal sort of way. And then about 20 minutes before the interval point, it starts to have this kind of lengthy sag in the middle, involving banks, and it becomes sort of like an Indian remake of The Big Short, without the zazz, for about an hour, like an entire hour of the movie. And then it starts in the last 30 or 40 minutes to pick up, but then every once in a while it'll stop the movie dead. They might have a big set piece to talk more about finances. And I just, after a while, kind of began to sort of wonder why all this was so necessary to otherwise, and I'm not saying this as someone who's like, oh, I need constant sensation, or it's boring or whatever. But I needed something more, because I think that because the characters are so oddball, it's hard to get a genuine emotional connection to them. The romance doesn't work at all. I didn't really buy the couple. The circumstances of what the relationship entails and what would ultimately become of their relationship is so ill-advised and strange. He kind of stalks her, and then he basically at one point just full-on slaps her, and then she kind of starts to like him again, and I don't really buy it, and this is probably one of the weaker entries in this, in the Indian cinema that I've seen here in Edwardsville, but I have to give it credit, though. I'm still going to give a genuinely positive review to Sarkaru, Vaari, Paata, because the stuff that works in it is so good, including the leading man. I really like this guy, Mahesh Babu. He's so charming. He's credited on screen as the superstar Mahesh, that I'm gonna give this movie 4 to 5 stars. But I just I know I shouldn't give every movie now to Triple R, because Triple R, to me, was even longer than this, but you didn't feel it, because there was genuine charm, characters that I really cared about, and I've noticed that a lot of the Indian movies we're getting between this and KGF Chapter 2 are kind of becoming more about style over substance, which is too bad, because there's not a lot to grab onto in these last couple. I kind of hope that turns around a little bit, but I'm sorry, I just have to be honest. I didn't really care about the bank stuff. I felt like it was kind of preachy and it went on a little too long. I understood what it was going for, and civically, I agree with the politics of it. Very much so. But it just felt kind of weird. It kind of felt MacGyvered into this, among the many things that this movie is kind of trying to be. It was a little uneven. But I did enjoy it enough. It's worth seeing, and it's worth 4.5. Or, no, 4 out of 5 stars, rather. Let's just close it there. Trailer trash. Trailer trash. Elvis, we talked about it, looks really good. Jurassic World Dominion, talked about it, looks really good. Top Gun Maverick, we're seeing it next week, talked about it, looks really good. Brahmastra Part 1, Shiva, we've talked about it in front of all the Indian movies I've seen since '83, it looks good. Major, which I believe has the Mahesh Babu in it, looks really, really good. Actually, that looks like she's really good. I hope it comes out original. Ante Sundaraniki, I totally butchered that. Looks really funny, looks kind of bizarre. That one they forgot to put subtitles into the trailer, so I couldn't really tell what was kind of going on, but it looked kind of zany and fun. F3, now this looks kind of funny. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It's apparently a sequel, it's the third one. It looks a little bit like if you crossed Ocean's 11 with Kung Fu Hustle. Like, it even has, like, elements where when characters are mad, like, smoke is coming out of their ears. I'm like, oh, it's kind of funny. And it's kind of funny, and that's kind of, I like that sort of knockabout humor. And, yeah, and that's it for trailers. Was there shawarma? Yeah, throughout the credits, there were, like, little behind-the-scenes clips, little funny bits, worth sticking around for. Alright, so you're already there. Alright, so... yeah, so that's it. We will be back tomorrow night for an early review of Downton Abbey: A New Era. Thursday, we'll be talking about Men from Alex Garland. Later this week, we're talking the Machine Kelly film Good Morning with a U, as well as Jackass 4.5, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and The Valet, starring Eugenio Derbez and Samara Weaving. Next week, we are going to have back-to-back reviews late Thursday night for Top Gun Maverick and the Bob's Burgers movie. As well as Emergency on Amazon Prime, and in a couple weeks we'll have a review of the horror thriller Watcher, starring Micah Monroe, and then Jurassic World Dominion, among others, Fire Island, and that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all, appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed, I love you 3000, be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to, give it a subscribe if you want to, give it the bell, let me know what it does, that's supposed to do. So I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raisin Popcorn Grant and my podcast, Raisin Popcorn Grant the podcast on Spotify. And some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. Now I want to know down below, what did you think of Sarkaru Vaari Paata? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think everything's good? Do you think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Big Mom with extra butter. Catch you guys next time.